Do they even use these cable wires anymore? Well, obviously they must because you're watching this video. Today, Corey's going to show you how to shorten coax cable using a kit that he just got off of Amazon. Let's get to watching. I'm Danielle and welcome to De-cor Homes.
Hi there, Corey from De-cor Homes here. On today's episode, we're dealing with coaxial cable. This stuff for your cable TV. I'm sitting here and I have 4 or 5 feet extra that I don't need. I need to shorten this thing. How do we do that? Here, I'll show you. The tools I end up using is a pair of side cutters, and I also have a coaxial cable compression kit. So this thing basically uses this yellow device is a cable stripper, okay? You put your cable inside there and you strip it so that you can put these connectors on. These ones are compression connectors. You basically compress this and then the needle part goes through the very front. And the last part is the actual compressor, which is this blue tool. This is what we use to compress this so that it stays connected to the end of your cable. So let's show you how it all works. Now the first thing I do is I figure out how much of it I want to rip off. I marked mine off ahead of time. So I just take my side cutters and I cut it. So now we have our cable cut to size. What we need to do is expose this little piece of copper inside here, and we also need to expose this white casing, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're going to stick this in probably about 1 inch down from the first blade, okay? So there you go. You could even go a little further if you want, no big deal. Once it's in place, you squeeze it, and then what you do is you twist until you hear no more little pieces breaking. Then I squeeze just a little bit and I pull upwards, okay? Now we have our copper exposed piece. We have the second housing piece that needs to be exposed. Okay, so this little casing goes inside and fits inside this little hole that you see here. So not only does the copper need to go in, but a little bit of the casing needs to go in too, so that it has something to compress onto. So what I'll do is I'll use a pair of side cutters just to cut off all these little hairs on here. There we go. This isn't a super difficult job. Cable companies often do this for you, no problem. They'll have links already done, but it's nice to be able to do this yourself. That's pretty cleaned up. I'll just spin into a clockwise circle. The last part of this puzzle is using our compression tool to put this guy on. So what we need to do is we have to stick this copper piece through that hole, okay? And it always goes this way because the compression piece is always on the side of the cable. So we stick that through that hole and in. And then once we're in, we also need to push that housing, that second casing piece in as well. Do you see how the white has now pushed in as well? There we go. Push it in as far as it goes. Now this copper piece is way too big. Let's shorten it. I cut it normally about 1/8 of an inch beyond. Always watch your face because those things go flying. So point them at your worst enemy. Now I have my compression tool. The compression tool has a little hole there and a little housing. So basically what happens is this needs to fit in here, but the hole needs to be filled with the copper. Okay, so we put the copper piece inside there and then we push down. And all we have to do with this all held together, we make sure that this is pushed in, the white piece is pushed in as you're going, and you squeeze. That being said, all this should be nice and tight. When you give it a pull, we're looking good, looking nice and clean. Now we can get back to watching our cable without wires flying all over the place octopus style. So that's how you hook up a coaxial cable. Every job you do is all about the tools you have. For this job, we needed a coaxial cable stripping and compression kit. In order to use these compression fittings, don't call the cable company, don't call an electrician, just do it yourself. This compression kit comes in a small package. Everything fits in nice and neatly. And on top of that too, you'll always have it. You'll probably have this kit longer than coaxial cable will even be around. But in the meantime, this kit wasn't very expensive. For approximately like $20 to $50. The kits do range in sizes. But this is small. This is ideal. And this is an Amazon purchase that can show up to your house in 2 to 5 days. So instead of being tangled up in your own wires, you can shorten your wires to whatever length you want and then plug it right back into the wall. This is a 5-minute job, and I hope you learned a lot. These are basic tasks that everybody should know, from your kids to your grandparents. Anyone who watches a video like this will learn a valuable skill, and if push came to shove and you needed to figure something out, wouldn't it be nice if someone actually knew the answer? So, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we love to hear from you. So please put a comment below, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
You made it to the end. Make sure you check out our other videos and subscribe. See you next time.